What if all the difficulties of this life were overcome? What if all the evil was expunged? There's no more unrealized dreams. No more loss and sadness and failure and disease. If it was full manifestation, everything was possible. If you can think it, if you can conceive of it, it would be reality. And you could create anything you wanted, any experience you wanted, infinitely. Going on, just creating experience.
Come back for you. To remind you of something. Something you once knew. That this world is not real. Come back. Come back with me. Come back.
So, creation and experience are simultaneous. But eventually, after an eternity of this, or only a moment, outside of time, all at once, and everything that is, you would begin experiencing diminishing returns of meaning from the creation experience. In other words, you would get tired and gradually you would want to go to sleep. And the way you go to sleep and dream is you separate consciousness, creation experience, into the architecture and the experiencer. The environment and the avatar. The observer and the observed. Creation and the experiencer. Masculine and feminine. And in this way, you experience meaning again in the friction of the dream. And for a very long time, it's a good dream, and you sleep soundly.
When we wound up on the shore of our own subconscious, we lost sight of what was real. We built a world for ourselves. We did that for years. We built our own world. How could you stand it? It wasn't so bad at first feeling like gods. The problem was knowing that none of it was real. Eventually, it just became impossible. wouldn't accept it. She had locked something away, something deep inside. A truth that she had once known but chose to forget. She couldn't break free. So I decided to. I broke in. I planted an idea. A simple little idea that would change everything. That her world wasn't real.
But after a long time, eons, or no time at all, just a moment of sleeping well and dreaming a good dream, the limitation reaches a point where you begin to experience diminishing returns of meaning. The resolution becomes so low that you cease to be able to derive meaning from the pixelated dream. And you begin to wake up. And people begin to wake up. And slowly waking up, one person at a time, from the dream, where every person represents a node on one level of the matrix of energy that represents your consciousness. And on another level, each person representing a node in the matrix of data that represents your consciousness. And on another level, each person representing one node or intersection or ligament or connection in the neurons of your brain. So as you slowly wake up one by one, and this occurs in a gradient, and there's a resistance, a friction between the two imaginary parts that you've divided yourself into. In this process of waking up, there's part of you, a growing part that's waking up one by one, and its goal is to be awake. And then you have the other half of you that's hasn't transitioned yet, and its goal is still to stay asleep. And so to the neurons whose goal is to keep the dream going, which is natural, just part of a natural cycle, they will view the neurons with the goal of waking as hostile, like an invading force. A kind of parasite sucking their reality away, or like white blood cells attacking an infection.
Here we are. To the dilemma. Your dream, or mine. Why are they all looking at me? Because the more you change things, the quicker the projections start to converge. Converge? That's the foreign nature of the dreamer. They attack like white blood cells fighting an infection. They're gonna attack us? No. Just you. No. Just you. Mind telling your subconscious to take it easy? Get off of me. Back up.
And neither one is wrong, neither one is right. They're both doing the only thing that they can do. They're both doing what they should do, what they have to do.
It's real. No creeping doubts. Not feeling persecuted, Tom. Chased around the globe by anonymous corporations and police forces. The way the projections persecute the dreamer.
But there is no why. We're in why. We're in the why machine. This is what is not. So don't ask why. Just enjoy the ride.
I'll come back for you. I'll remind you of something. Something you once knew. That this. Come back. Come back with me. Come back.